Good morning, welcome to a stream. I started a little bit earlier today because the sun is absolutely blasting out here in the UK, so I'm going to get the stream done and then go and burn my nipples in the sun for a few hours. So welcome to everybody who's new to the stream, or you are already one of my subscribers. If you're not, then subscribe, hit that like button, and we will crack on in once we do get a few people in the stream. Quite an early one today, 8:40 we're starting at, so let's see what's going on. We've had a nice bounce off Bitcoin here, but like I said, let's wait for a few people to get in, and then we'll crack on. Dave the Rave. Bull trap, look at Bitcoin dominance. I'll look at that in a second, but yeah, dropping nicely. Always going to be a key area at 40%. Not been down to that region for... Not been down to 40% since back in 2018, so it's always going to be a tough area to break that. I think it'll break over the next few months at some stage, maybe towards the end of the year, but let's wait and see. But yeah, we'll start off with BTC. Right, let's crack on anyway. So this is Bitcoin chart, weekly time frame. Doing alright, we've pushed up. If we just look at this on 4-hour time frame, zoom right in. So we were doing well, we were picking up some momentum. We hit pretty much 39,400, and people did say that it was the Elon FUD that dropped this. Well, I think that just added fuel to the fire. I mean, on the way up, we was going up, 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 up. You must have a correction at some point before you then can start moving on. So to me, that was a standard correction which probably only needed to go to this region here. But with that Elon FUD, it brought us right down to 35,600, and if you look at that, it's right pretty much on that 618 level there. So to me, that shows that as a golden ratio retracement, and we have hit that, and now we are starting to push up. I think hopefully we can start to push up and target this 40k region. I mean, I've got this red line marked here. We actually rejected off 40,800, we rejected off 40,300, so I think breaking through that area is a massive area for us to target, but we just need to monitor it first. I mean, we could hit this 236 and die off. But yeah, all's looking okay. We've had a nice bounce there. Let's just have a look at the moving averages. Yeah, we've had a bullish cross here. We did have a bearish cross for a little moment, but we've shot right to the upside, and we've had that cross now on this latest 4-hourly candle. So if this continues up and closes above there, I think we might be in for a nice bit of a ride over this weekend, which is really unheard of. I mean, when have we had a green weekend recently? I think it's been pretty much 12 months of absolute dog shit weekends. Let's have a look at a Bitcoin stock to flow, see what's going on here. Yeah, still showing that we're under the projected line. I think that we're going to start to flip around soon. There's a lot of people calling for 20k, 10k. I've seen a few charts going right down with a head and shoulders pattern and all sorts of bearish sentiment moves, where in reality, that last major dip that we had was manipulation. That was a manipulative dip to get people in. What we're doing now here, in my opinion, is creating a little bit of structure. If we just look at the... So we'll go back to the daily. I've already got this region marked up here. Look at this. This was where we pretty much went sideways for... When did we go? 50 Jan to, yeah, like a month worth of consolidation. Creating the liquidity area, creating that structure before we've ended pop to the upside and create some all-time highs. I think that's what's happening here. I think it's going to be about a month of sideways action, building that structure, and then getting primed ready for that next move up. Because, I mean, it might even be a couple of months of sideways structure. It depends how the entire thing plays out. Because if you look at stock to flow model, that's saying probably highs between August and December time. So we're only in June now, so we could have a nice slow build up before we do start creating some new all-time highs. But in general, I'm still bullish. I think the market's looking okay. On this latest move, we have done that 61% retracement, which is what I usually look for. Sorry, down here. We've done that retracement, and now hopefully as you can see, we are pushing up. First area to break through is 38k. I think once we break through that, we're going to definitely go up and target 40k. But we do know weekends are extremely volatile, so we'll just have to keep his eye on that and see what goes on. Welcome from the Great Barrier Reef. If you had a bag of reef, would you sell it and hold ADA instead? I've got reef. I've not got any ADA. I've never. For me, it was a flip between ADA and DOT. I think one of those projects I would have invested in, and I've chose Polkadot over ADA. I just find ADA a little bit boring, to be honest. I think what Polkadot's going on is a lot more interesting. I don't really look at Elliott Wayfarer, to be honest, buddy. Morning, Steve. But in terms of Reef ADA, I think obviously ADA is a lot better project than Reef. Reef is a new project, and ADA has been around a while. Let's just have a look at Reef for you. Looks like it's in a bit of period of consolidation, really. I'm not even. I have got a bag of it, not a massive bag. Just using this lower level support line here pretty much all the way through since pretty much 19th of May. We've used this as support. We've popped up, come back, retested it, and we've retested it 5 or 6 times here. So I mean, if you're looking for some buys, I wouldn't hold it on here, but I think if you're looking to sell it, I think this is a region up here at 3.7 cent, probably a decent area for you to sell there. So that's Bitcoin pretty much covered. What I'm looking for is a break up above 38k to continue that trend. And let's see what goes on there. Taking a look at Ethereum, some quite good news recently, actually. Let's see, according to Glassnode, the amount of ETH on centralized exchanges just reached a 2-year low. So that does show that people are hodling it rather than putting it on exchanges wanting to sell it. So it's been pretty much an accumulation period over the last couple of months. People wanting to get more ETH. We do know a lot of institutions are buying ETH. It's traded on CME futures. So the more ETH that is off for exchange is obviously good for price action. Less on the exchange, less to pump. But looking at ETH here, what's going on? It didn't drop as much as Bitcoin, to be honest. It held up quite well. We popped up to 2800, rejected down to this 236 level, used it as support. Didn't get any daily closures or 4-hour closures below that 2600 level. Pushing up now, so it looks like we're going to test this region. Come back down here, test that. So I reckon we're going to come up and test 3k this weekend. That's probably the first region for us to test, which probably will show up a bit of a fight in that region. We've had quite a bit of trading around here. But anything above 3k, well, anything above 3k, there's not much data really. You've only got pretty much a month's worth of data within this region here. So I think once we do get pushing up above 3k, we really might start making some moves. But really, I'd want to create a bit of structure. What we are doing here is creating a base for the next move up, in my opinion. But yeah, if you're looking to buy some, I'd just market buy at this price and hold, because I think it's going to be a solid buy that long term. Got a buy order on VeChain at 0.09. I think it is a bit low, that, to be honest. 0.09 would be a complete retracement of that move very early. I was looking for buys within this region here at 11.5 cent, and if the market did get a dump, I was looking at 10.5 cent. But what we've done, we've not even got down to that 618 level. We've hit this 50% retracement level, and we are popping up now. If you're looking at the last 3 moves, really, I mean, we did a massive retracement on this move, big retracement there, and this one is I mean, each retracement now is getting less and less. So I mean, that does show that we are creating quite a bit of structure here. Looking at this region here, you would say that is a first higher low. Created a what's going on there? Created a higher low there. We've also created a higher low here. So this, in terms of structure and market sentiment, is very, very good. We are continually creating those higher lows. So that to me just show that there's a lot of strength and volume getting pushed in through VeChain now. And that's the same across the entire crypto market. We've done that major dump. I mean, look at that. We dropped away down to 5.2%. But that's looking okay for me so far. I think you might potentially get some orders filled down at 11.5 cent if we do get a rejection from up here. But I'd just monitor it for now and see how it goes on. I've not looked at them, to be honest, buddy. I've not looked at Pokédex or Literally. I've heard of them both, but I've just not looked into them. I need to really get my head into some of these power chains coming up. I'm into one. I'm into Turnover. I've bought some of this. This is a potential power chain coming up. An NFT marketplace type thing. It's to do with data transmission on a blockchain as well, which is quite a cool concept. Managed to buy some more around this region. It's pushing up now at around 11 cent. I think that's a solid product to have a look at if you're looking for a power chain, because this is on the Polkadot testnet on the PowerNet testnet website. There's no harm in having an order down at 9 cent, because you never know, things could happen, but I won't put the majority of your order down there. I would put most around this region. Even anything within this region I think is a solid buy, considering where we've been. I mean, look at that. Been up at 27 cent. That was the all-time highs, but I definitely don't think this bull run is over yet. And I think that once we've done what we need to do within this region, I think we can regain some momentum and start pushing up and targeting this Wickham and that Wickham, and going on towards, I don't know, Q3, Q4, creating some new all-time highs and really pushing on. Theta. Never can find Theta. Where is it? So that's what I was looking for. I don't know if I did this on yesterday's stream or the stream before, but I was looking for this. A potential breakdown to this 382 level, and that's pretty much happened. We've touched it to the top there. So anywhere within the box usually, we have hit that and we are pushing up now. It's done it a lot quicker than I expected, like, but look at that. I mean, it's pretty much done that, hasn't it? So we are pushing up now. Things are looking quite good there. It's done about 38% retracement, so that's now gone. So look at some of the daily. Yeah, I had this region marked up actually. Let's get a MAs. I think breaking through this region is the first major task. We have actually, see all these wicks in here, rejected out this area. It shows that at $10, it's a massive area of selling pressure. So that rejected obviously down there. And we've already rejected off this $10 region again. Currently sat at 9.76, so the first major thing we need to do is push through this. I've not actually, or never have held any Theta, but I do like the projects. It's same. There's quite a lot of projects I like, but it's just hard to invest in them all, isn't it? If you end up investing with them all, you'd end up with 20, 30 coins, and you won't be able to manage them all. I mean, I've always liked Theta, but I just not got quite got room for it really, to be honest. But yeah, that's the first region for us to bust through. I think once we do bust through that, we're definitely going to go up and target $13 the next point. T-Fuel's on a nice move. Is that real coming up to all-time highs, I suppose, at some stage soon? So we've been up to 57 cent, currently at 47. It's looking powerful, that is, to be honest. Yeah, hit some highs, done pretty much a full retracement there. So yeah, it's looking good. That I think definitely going towards targeting that all-time high marker. Let's have a look at this entire move up from top to bottom. This will give us some key levels that we can target here. So first level obviously is breaking through 57 cent. Well, marker is up, so target's at 68, and then we can look at 83 after that. So there are a couple of targets to aim for. We've obviously got some further up, but that's going all the way up to $2, which is not out of the question. But I think if we're looking to take maybe some accumulation and take profit regions, I think these two regions up here will be the first ones to take some profit out. Morning, Matt. Can you look at EPS? Never heard of it, to be honest, mate. Shall we have a quick gander? What's my coin market cap gone? Here it is. Binance Smart Chain. Trading on Binance. Never heard of that one. Looks a bit nasty, doesn't it? I'm guessing that's the listing wick there, because whenever you look at a project that lists on Binance, you always get that horrible scam wick at the beginning, but in terms of tradability, that looks absolutely dog shit. Looks nasty, that. Volume's just dropped right off, hasn't it? I won't invest in that, to be honest, mate, whatever it is, because it looks nasty. I mean, it's just a constant drop rise, so I'm not going to look into it. I looked at RSI yesterday, I think, Steve. Look at that. Some people probably get bored of me showing Fibonacci levels, but look at that. You could not have got a more precise entry on that. Absolutely to the T. So that was the buy at 0.034, and we've popped back up. I mean, it can be quite boring just doing videos where throwing fibs on left, right and centre, but I tell you something, it pays off, because I mean, if you manage to even open a trade there or buy some spot, you would have got it to the T. 0.0344466. So now we're on a move. I think the first major area to break through is 0.4 cent. I think once we break through 4 cent, and we've got to look at this top here where we had a double top. I mean you could say it's a triple top really. We double topped here, then we've rejected off this wick as well. So 4.3 cent is the major area to break through before we do start pushing on. But in terms of buys, maybe at this 50% at 3.6 cent, but targets 4.3 and then 4.6 cent. I think if you're looking for an entry, you might just have to drop down to it hourly, really, to be honest, and have a look at this latest move. I think if you're looking for an entry now, it may be maybe 0.0370, or even down to that 3.6 level if it does do a 61% retracing before it moves on. But things are looking quite bullish at market, so maybe ladder a few orders down, and if you pick one of them up, happy days. If you pick all three of them up, then bonus. Morning, Mike, mate. Just have to be a little bit wary that volume is slightly decreasing on Bitcoin here, so that could have some effect at some stage. Any chance to look at SNX? Song's annoying. Right, let's have a look at SNX. I'm presuming that's all-time highs. Is this Synthetics, is it? That's synthetic blockchain. Yeah. I was looking at that other project called Sparta the other day, which is a synthetic token, but it's built on BSC. Did absolutely dog shit, so I didn't bother. Looking at current scenario on this, don't look like we had a major pullback compared to some other assets. 67, not as big as some other projects there, so let's have a look at 4 hour. %61 retracement. It's like some type of magnetic field, that is. So I reckon that's bottom now. We are starting to push on. First target, actually go back. In terms of targets though, first area to get through is around here. $14 obviously being the first major target to break through, as that was the local top. So that's to the first major area to break through. And then in terms of pushing on, you can look at these extensions at $15 and $16.40. I think the first one to break through is here though. May get a rejection at $14, potential setup like this. Come up, retest that, come back down to a 236 level, and then push up and target $16. So that could be a potential setup if the market does allow. But yeah, that's SNX. I've seen quite a few people talking about Ultra UOS recently. I was just a bit, I don't know, shocked, but by all them names of companies that they give to say they're partnering with, I just thought it a little bit extreme. It's like, whenever you see a project which is trying too hard to be a scam, I just came across like that for me. It's probably not, but it just didn't really take my fancy. Let's have a look at Zilliqa anyway. So I had a major pump of the day. Pretty much did a full retracement of that pump, which was a bit of a nightmare. Coming into that buy zone region at 11.6 cent, and we've popped back up. Pretty much entire market's just been led by Bitcoin still. Look at that massive spike of volume there. That was ridiculous, and then got sold straight off into. Use 50% fib as a nice area of support. So look at what EMAs are saying on this. Probably fucked with that volume. Not too bad. We've had that bullish cross down here on 31st of May, and that's continuing. But with that drop, we nearly did get a crossover, but obviously that pump's spreaded them moving averages apart a little bit. So I was looking okay there. Staying with this, we are creating quite a bit of market structure. All these are just lower highs on the way up, so that for me is good. Creating some nice building blocks here, ready for that next major move up. We need really some consolidation within this range. I mean, that's the first area for us to break through here. Local high up at 15 cent. I think if we break above that, we're going to here at 17.6. Yeah, it's probably not scam at all, mate. It just give me that feeling, to be honest. It probably is alright and it's probably decent, but it just didn't take my fancy. Yeah, but so Zilica's looking okay. In terms of buy zones, I really need to go down to the lower time frames. We have had a bit of a double top there, and we are retracing, so if you're looking for some buys, you might be able to snap some up shortly. At this region here, 13 cent on the nose, I think might act as some nice support before we do start to push on. If there's any projects you want me to cover, just fire them in comments. Bit of selling pressure here on BTC coming through. This is only a lower time frame, so don't look into that much. It's only 10 seconds. 37,500. Where have we been? 37,900. Chainlink. So it's around mid-ground on daily, so it's showing that we're ready for some next legs up there. Look at that, like magic. 27.14 tap to a T. So that was the entry there, which we have missed, to be honest. So that was the entry. We had that pretty much bearish cross on the moving averages, which did signal we're coming down, but we banged straight off that golden ratio and popped back up. So that now is out of a window. We need to have a look on the lower time frames if you're looking for an entry. This move. I reckon you should be looking to probably buy. I think $30 probably is a first major area to get through, but if you're looking for buys, probably $29 on the nose I think will be a nice region to top up before you just take the next leg. So you're looking at something like this, that move to the upside, drop to the 318, and then go up and target that negative 2.7 level at $30. So I think $30 is the first major area to break through. And then you've got to look at this region around here where we've had a lot of trading. This is the first major area to break through at $31, $32. Once you do break above that, and then it's pretty much targeting this wick at 35. But what I'll do once we do break through this, I'll jump into another video and just do some price analysis on Link. Oh. What's your thoughts on Harmony One? I never actually looked into the fundamentals of Harmony One, but I always do price analysis on it because it just seems a good project to do TA on. I think I did some TA on this yesterday, to be honest. Done 50% retracement over that latest move, and now it's on the up. First area to get through. I've marked this up before. It's red level at, oh, it's 10 cent. That's why. So that's pretty much a, what's the moving averages doing? Get rid of them. Yeah, so 10 cent is a psychological barrier, really. I mean, look at, we've rejected off it 4 times now. Once we do break above that, I think we can look to start pushing on and targeting this level at 11 cent. But similar to most altcoins, we've got this period here of rejection, which looks the same on most altcoins where we've got to get through. So for Harmony One, it's 11.7 cent is the first major area to break through. Not much going on in terms of Link here, really. It's pretty much happy consolidating within this range if you look all the way through. Supply and demand area, that really. Lots of trading within this region used as support, and we've come back up from these savage dips and come back within to this range, really. So I mean, that is for pretty much the accumulation zone. So if you're looking to buy, I think if you look around here, well, even here we had accumulation and bang, accumulation and bang, accumulation, bang, accumulation, bang. Picked up that liquidity, bang. So this, to me, shows that is now in a period of consolidation and accumulation before the next move up. So I mean, we could do a bit something like this before we then pick up some liquidity and start to target those highs there. I'm not sure what his all-time high's been on this. I think it's been, has it been higher than 80 cent? That's been up to 87 cent 3 years ago, yeah. So there's still quite a few assets out there which have not created all-time highs from what we did back in 2017. So to me, that shows that we're still got a fair way to go in this bull cycle. The first one to run is usually ETH. ETH is usually the second one to run. Let's drop to lower time frames here. This is a setup I've got for ETH, which has played out already. We've hit those 2900 levels, popped back down, tested 2600, and I think really we're going to start to target. Well, first region to get through is here. We've not been above this region for pretty much a month. So 2900 is the first major area to break through. Once we do get to 3k, I was saying that we've only got this bit of trading in here, like a month's worth of data within those highs above 3k. So I think once we do push it there, I think it should be quite an easy period to get through them and start creating some new all-time highs. I've seen lots of calls for ETH to 10k this year. I honestly think it can do it, to be honest, towards the end of the year. But it just depends when we get this peak of this major run that we're currently on. you got any questions regards to pretty much anything crypto rather than TA, throw them in comments, I'll try and answer them. About another 15-20 minutes and I'll call it a day. Gonna burn my nips in, son. There's any decent news out today, actually. Data shows traders are buying $400 protective puts while also holding 7,000 calls. Ethereum options show data traders mixed opinion on ETH's future. It's going to be bullish. If we look at that latest news that I said on my Twitter there, that's quite bullish for ETH. That, according to Glassnode, the amount of ETH on centralized exchanges just reached a 2-year low, so that shows that there's less selling pressure on the exchanges. So you would expect that we should start to get some good growth fairly soon. BTC possible scenarios from here. The next major thing we need to look at is this 40k region. I think if we do reject off that again, we might come down to this region here at 33k. That is a potential bearish scenario, and then we've also got major support down at 30k if you look at that on the daily time frame. We had a lot of growth within this region, as you can see. If you look at this move here, we popped up, tested this region around here, and then we had another rejection. So we could come back down to test 30k again before we do start to push on. If we just draw this on now, if you look at this move, we had a top to upside, one to a downside, and then pop up. So if we move that over here, that could be a potential setup that could happen. As you can see, we've not quite done it exactly, but that could be a scenario that does happen if the bears come in full force and we get a major dump or some more China banning Bitcoin FUD. That could be a scenario, because if you look back then, when we're creating that structure for that leg up, I mean, we tested 30k 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times we tested it there. This time we've only tested it once. I mean, we've come down to 31k. So potentially that could happen. And you could say, I mean, I'm not massive into patterns, but you could say that's a head and shoulders pattern. So you know what I mean? So that could happen before the next leg up or the next leg down, and that's a potential scenario as well. But we just need to keep his eyes on the prize and see what goes on these lower time frames down here. So that's a potential setup. But bearish scenarios, I mean, lots of people are saying, oh, it could come down and test those previous all-time highs, which is that region. Personally, I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's too many big investors involved now, and I think if it got down to that level, it would only be a wick down and before it shot back up, because everybody, his man, his dog, his cat, everybody would be buying BTC if it went down to those levels. And I think the same is at 30k. I think a lot of people looking at price now and thinking, right, I'll happily buy at 30k, currently at 37k, so I think we would have a massive supply and demand region around here. $15-minute time frame, that's going into pure trading territory, that is. Just so you know, I'm not a trader. I'm a no, there's no bull flag there, to be honest, mate. Probably a bull flag that played out. I mean, our bull flags, you could say that was the poll. So that could have been a bull flag, which then broke to the upside, so that was a potential scenario, but I mean, you can't really have a bull flag like that. There's many different ways you can draw them, but I won't say that's a bull flag, to be honest, mate. Yeah, probably Matthew, mate. If it don't make massive gains and we're still pretty much at the price or within 10x of what I bought them at, probably will hold them through, yeah. Because I mean, I'm not the one of those people who just get rid of my entire stack of crypto just because it's a bear market. I'm like some projects I'm fundamentally really happy with, which I would hold through it as long as the profit wasn't ridiculous. Obviously, I'm going to be taking big profits if they come, but I'll still be holding crypto through the bear market. Crypto maximalist, mate. I've looked at Luna. No, I've not. In regards to that though, it just depends what price we are, don't it? I mean, if they've not moved at all, you'd either be concerned about them not done anything, or you'd just be holding, wouldn't you? So it's one of those two. Luna. I've marked these two levels up here, so this was a period of consolidation here where we took that next leg up, and it looks like similar scenarios happening again here. Pretty much use this area of support too, at $6.20. Didn't close anything below at 618, so to me that shows that we're going to start pushing on and creating some momentum. I think if you're looking for buys, I'll pretty much target anything under 690. And then if we just look at that, put that back on. Then we can look at these Fibonacci extensions here for pretty much take profits or accumulation zone. So you're looking, maybe it's 863 and 961 for take profits to either potentially sell. So for example, if we come up, test that region and break through it, test that, maybe sell up at this region, buy back in here, and then hold on for dear life and wait for us to push back up, because that's been savage, hasn't it? Up at $22 all the way down to $3. That was ridiculous. That drop just shed fear throughout the entire market, so pretty much a nightmare, wasn't it? Look at UTK. I've not looked at that for a while. Last time I looked at that was April. What time I 118 3 years ago. Listed everywhere. I used to hold some risk, made a bit of profit and got rid. Magnetic field sucking it into 618 again, pushing on. In terms of targets, really, I mean, if you're holding it now and you're looking to accumulate, potentially target this wick here at 44 cents for some take profits. So there, and then you got to look at this region here at 51 cents. Looking okay though. The RSI is around mid-ground, so that just shows that there's quite a bit of room for you to potentially make a good move to the upside. Volume is quite low. I mean, we had a lot of volume around here, but it's dwindled a lot. I mean, look at that. That volume is ridiculous. What even is it? $14 million, right? Oh, that's probably just on that exchange, isn't it, on Binance? Yeah, not much going on over there. If you're looking for some buys, I'd still probably target 32 cents. You might get some filled down there. I'll look at DOT in a second. I've already looked at Link, mate. That's where I potentially place some orders for Link at $29. First major area to break through is this region up here at $31, $32. I think once you break through that, it's clear skies and we can look at targeting this region up at 35. But on this time frame here, I would target buys at $29. Shiba to the moon. I'm not a big fan of these meme coins, to be honest. Polkadot. I was watching a good video on Polkadot earlier on. This is a solid asset which I think everybody should hold. So we'll come back into that buy zone there at around 23 to 22. Pick some up at 23. And so that's now out of the question. If we do get a bit of a turnaround here, I think you'll probably pick some orders up at $25, $25.33. I'll probably look to buy, and then if we're looking to take some profit, I would look at these levels here. First level is 28.61. I think that's a key area to break through, and we have all this trading area around here. First to get through, you're looking at $29, $30 to break through, and then we can target these extensions at $31 and $34. I did a price prediction video on Polkadot beginning of the year. I said $50. I pretty much touched that to a T nearly. I need to do another price prediction on DOT. Try and get one of them done next week. What about boobs? Love them. Can you look at IOTA? If this has done a 618, I don't think it has, but no. So in terms of buy zones, I think we've lost this level. That's probably the bottom of that move. Created those local highs at 148. Pop back down, 50% retracement. So first target you're looking at is that region there, 27 fib level at 163, and then you got to look at 183 if you're looking to take profit at those two regions. But maybe if you're looking for some buys, probably at 129 region around there. But let's just zoom out and see what's going on of our overall picture. %75 drop, quite savage. But as you can see now, if you look at this region here, it's quite you would say that's a period where we're building structure, gaining liquidity before the next major move up. What's your think about Mana Decentraland? Never heard of it, mate. Let's have a look how Caps is doing. If anyone's been looking into Caps, that's your buy zone around there, around 10 cent. This project's going to absolutely fly at some stage. Under half of you smash the like button. That's correct. Smash that like button. If you're new here, then subscribe and join my Telegram group if you want. We're just quite a laid back Telegram group. We just talk shit about crypto and share loads of pictures of lager. Drop link in there. Have you looked at Filecoin? Not recently. Let's have a look at that. not for a while, in fact. Don't look a very nice chart, that, does it? Been up to 238, down to 54. Nasty. Let's drop into a 4 hour. So we made a nice steady bottom, really. I mean, we dropped back down. Not much price action, really. A period of accumulation before that next leg up. I mean, what date are we on today? 5th of June, so on 3rd we had that major push to the upside. To me, that's looking like it is forming a bit of a bull flag. I'm absolutely shite at drawing on it, so you have to forgive me, but that's a potential bull flag with a breakout to the upside potentially incoming. Let's keep that there and monitor, but if we do drop, and if you're looking for some potential buys, I mean, that 382 level is within that bull flag region. I mean, bull flags can be quite manipulated. You could even have them like that. Seen loads of different ways of doing them, so we'll go do it. I'm shit at them. But if you're looking for some buys, maybe target this region. As you can see, it's held up as support quite a lot. We've had no closures on the 4 hour below that region at $87. Yeah, what am I drawing there? But yeah, if you're looking at buys, I think $87 is probably the area to buy. It's acting as some nice support there. It's not a bull flag. That's why I got to do it, mate. But it looks like it is forming one, to be honest. Fibs are not placed wrong, mate. I am a fib king. You should know that. So buys are probably at that region at $87. If you want to do the entire move, you can always do it down to the bottom there, and we've used that 382 level as support. So I mean, depends where you want to put them. But yeah, for altcoins, that's looking good. Buy zones are at 85, 87 region. What else we're going to look at there? Alright, chilies, yeah. There's chilies. There we go. Probably towards the end of next week. I'm working from tomorrow for 4 days, so won't be on chats. Probably not doing any videos next few days. That's why I've hammered him this week. Probably look at setting some buy orders around this 50% fib level. 25 cent could be a good day. I've always been talking about buying chilies. I've always wanted to buy some, but just never bought it. Don't know why. I think every time I've gone to buy it, it's pumped. Where have we been in terms of highs? Been up to 94 cent. It's not done such a major pullback compared to some other alts. It's just been pretty much a very, very, very slow bleed pretty much since we created them highs on 12th of March. So we had all that news pushing out 11 fan tokens push out, and then pretty much not much happened since then. We have had news of getting some American sports teams on board, but I'm not sure if they've published anything in regards to that yet. But for buys, I would still target our region. Looks like it's a nice area of support down at 25 cent. And if you're looking for targets, potentially this target here at 38 cent. And then we've got 44 cent. Like 5 more minutes and then I'll wrap this stream up. So just throw a couple of projects in there and then we'll have a look at them and I'll call it a day. The IT persistence. Never heard of that one. Sounds dodgy already. Should I sell my Doge now? What's Doge doing? Depends how much profit you're in, mate. When did you buy it? I wouldn't hold on in case you're thinking it's going to go to $10 like most Doge people do. Depends where you bought it at, really, where you're going to sell it. Don't sell in a loss, because I think it's still got legs to grow. Yeah, I think it's definitely time for bear o'clock today anyway, mate. 11 cent. So you're in profit. Why not sell all of it? Why don't you pull out your initial investment and then just leave it rest for a free ride when you've got some money to play with, haven't you? So take whatever you bought out in dollars, not pounds or whatever you put in, and then leave it rest for a free ride and invest in something else. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to get up anyway today, guys. That's going to do it for the stream. I think I've done one every day this week, so working for the next few days, so I'm not going to get a chance to do any. But if you're new to this channel, then please make sure that you're subscribed, hit that like button, and I will catch you next time.